Peace, friends. We're beginning today's flow here outside in the park. Beautiful Saturday. You can begin your flow at home on your floor. You don't even need a yoga mat. So here we are beginning an easy seat. And pun intended, the easiest way to get into easy seat is by bringing the heels directly in front of one another. So you want to play connect the dots with the heels. The next space you come to here is just that navel abdomen area, right up through the heart space, the nose, third eye, just the center of the body. I believe this alignment here on our mat just again promotes our intention of finding balance through our breath guided movement on the mat so that we can find balance off of the mat as well. So letting the hands just rest nice and easy here on the thighs. You can have the palms facing up or down. Since I'm outside and I want to just get some of this beautiful energy, this sun, I'm going to have my palms facing up. If you're joining us with this practice and maybe you're inside, you're at home on your living room floor, whether you have a mat or not, if you want to, if you've set the mood there in your space, maybe with a candle or some incense, I would definitely recommend the palms facing up. And the only energy, the only thoughts here that I want you to have are to remember to take full, deep breaths. And make that as audible as you would like. So, on the exhale, really pushing the air out, belly button will kind of come in towards the spine. If you'll notice here, I do have my leggings, my shorts here kind of tucked under my belly. I think that just gives you another mental note that you can again allow yourself to take up more space. Inhale and exhale. Here as well, let's start to just roll the shoulders up and back. Maybe rotating, alternating which shoulder here feels good, or maybe both rotating back feel great to you. Exploring both of those options here. On the next exhale, just allowing the shoulders to rest nice and easy. So, not up here in the ears. Want them to relax down towards the hips. Hands are still resting nice and easy on the thighs. You can bring the eyes to a close or keep them open. Inhale and exhale. On that inhale, we fill the belly. Exhale, belly button comes in towards the spine. Let's bring those hands facing down towards the knees. We'll start to take some seated cat cows. On an inhale, you press the heart forward. Maybe you begin to look up, take the chin a little away from the chest. On that exhale, rounding in just a bit. Inhale, pressing the heart forward. Again, elongating each inhale and exhale. So I like to think about that in just by counting, right? So inhale for 4. So let's just reset here in our easy seat. Let's kick the legs out. So I have my right foot forward here in my easy seat. This time I'm going to place my left foot forward in this connect the dots. So left foot is first, right foot again realigning here. Palms just come down back to the thighs, resting easy. You see the elbows just kind of find this pocket here. On an inhale, fill in the belly, exhale, let it go. Inhale, Exhale. And exhale. The eyes are closed. You can start to bring them back open. Let's rotate the wrist here. One direction and then the other. You can have the arms fully extended or just kind of here in close to the chest. We'll send our arms up and overhead. You can either look all the way up to the hands or just kind of keep the chin parallel to the ground, the earth. On an exhale, we'll allow the hands to just kind of come down. Just kind of imagine a paintbrush just kind of going down side of a wall or against a canvas so you can bring the hands back flat. We'll inhale the hands back up immediately. And let's exhale, bring the hands to heart center, bringing in that energy we just collected. All right, so let's meet in a tabletop. The hands are nice and flat here, fingers spread nice and wide. Hips are directly over your knees. We'll take some similar cat cows here, but just from tabletop. On an exhale, chin comes towards the chest. Inhale. You can gaze up as far as your neck allows. This is about as far as I can go here. Can also kind of look to the left, look to the right. Helps release any tension in the neck, side of the neck there. And taking this at your own breath. So if you are breathing a little bit longer than I'm instructing, take your breath, friend. Take your breath. Exhale in. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. That chin comes into the chest, pressing into the hands, and really pressing into the shins here as well. So even you can also, let me give this option as well. So you can have the toes tucked here or tops of the feet down. So just again, whichever one gives you the most stability. However, sometimes we do find comfort in our routines, right? Sometimes that routine on our yoga mat is something that we are very accustomed and used to. So if you are a seasoned yogi, if you've been practicing for a little while and maybe you always take the tops of the feet down, maybe today you try tucking one toe or both toes under, whichever you would like. Presenting these as options, just know that I am here as a guide. At the end of the day, friends, I always want you to do what is best for your body and what feels good for your body. Another sip, hold on. Really, just a reminder to be present, to romanticize your life. Like, find joy in doing the little things, find joy in going to the store to get the items to provide the essential energy and nutrition for yourself for that day, for the week, for your family, for that day, for that week. So practice and flow is just to, again, make this a conversation, because yoga is just as much a conversation with your body um as it is you having a conversation with somebody else. So um making this experience of highly yogivated more than just me telling you to get into yoga poses, because yoga is more than what you do and practice here on this physical mat. Yoga is more than just um the physical postures called asanas. Hopefully that didn't get mumbled, because I did kind of cross over the microphone there. So yes, I'm going to do a few other exercises that I have not done in flows here on YouTube to provide some additional insight for things you can do. on your mat. So another good pose that you can do here, just kind of seated, is called fire log. It will really get into the hips and try to open up the hips. So first things first, just bringing this shin as parallel as possible, just down on the mat. So your toes, you don't want your toes like pointed. You want them flexed. So you want your toe coming back here towards your knee. So right, this is exactly how I'm gonna lay my foot or lay my shin back down. And you essentially want to stack your other shin on top of the the first one. Excuse me. And that comes by simply just placing your opposite foot on top of the knee here. So this is my right foot that is on the my right leg that's on the bottom. So this is my left foot that you see here on top. And again, flexing your toes so that they go back towards your knee to protect your knee. So this is called fire log pose. You can, to intensify this stretch, you can use your left hand and press just ever so gently here on your knee. Shoulders here over the hips. My other hand, as you can see, is just back here, providing some stability like a little kickstand. And as this becomes too much, which it is for me at this very moment, let's just kind of go along the long edge of our mat here and send the legs straight out and roll the ankles one direction and the other. We'll send our arms up and overhead, bringing the hands down to heart space. Again, collecting in some of the wonderful energy, our talk of community and yoga being more than what is on the mat. We'll sweep those hands up and over once more. Let's come into a gentle twist. So I'll twist towards you guys first. So I'm twisting towards my right leg. So my left hand has come out here towards my right shin. Right hand is here behind me like a kickstand. On an inhale, you sit up taller. So what we do not want here in this pose is you to do this. Don't collapse here in the shoulders. Shoulders over the hips. And if you realize, okay, maybe I turned, I can't quite bring my shoulders back over my hips, you have turned a little too far. So the best way to figure out, okay, maybe where do I need to twist to, is to use this hand before just coming all the way back here, right? You just tick tock. You tick tock the hand around, or that paintbrush kind of method that we used earlier. You just kind of paint the hand along the ground here, and once you feel good, and once you get to a place that feels good, you put that hand down flat. So as you can see, I'm not quite as rotated all the way around, but I'm still getting benefits of the twist here. And this is what you want, to be in a place where you can hold this pose, where you can take quite a few breaths. Recommended 3 to 5 breaths in every pose. So an inhale and exhale. That's one. Inhale, exhale. And so as you're here in this pose and you say, well, maybe I can stretch a little bit farther now that I found some breath here, let's do that. As you've taken your third or however many breaths you've decided to take, you can start to rotate back around to center. We'll take those same shoulder rolls and movements we took earlier. Again, you can isolate or do both at the same time here, rolling them forward and backwards here. We'll take that twist on the opposite side now. So again, let's implement that tick tock option. Tick tock. So I'm going to bring my right hand just immediately to the outside of my shin. My left hand, I kind of brought it right on top. So I'm kind of playing patty cake here. You know what? I'm going to flip right on around. Y'all, this is the left side. This is my left leg, okay? So again, right hand to the outside of my shin. I'm going to essentially just bring my left hand about right in line here with my knees. So we want that kind of paintbrush action here going to figure out, okay, about how far is far enough for me this today in this here twist. Because every day is different. Every stretch is different. Every single day on every side. You know how many permutations that is? You know how many options that is? A lot. You can't tell, I'm a math nerd too. So bringing that hand flat once you found the best angle here, and looking over the back shoulder and remembering to breathe. Do not hold your breath ever, but especially, well, unless you're underwater, right? But especially not in a twist. Just like you wring out a rag or a sponge. This is kind of what we're doing with our bodies here, with our mind as well. As you're just focusing on the sound of my voice here. As you've completed your 3 rounds of breath, you can slowly make your way back to center. Can bring the chin down towards the chest here. Roll over right ear, over right shoulder. Just taking some neck circles here. You exhale as you bring your head forward. Inhales as you circle around the back. Now, if you find that inhaling as your chin is closer to your chest is better for you, then you can switch that. Again, I am here as a guide. If you find that inhaling works best, you do that. I haven't even gotten to my run yet. But that's a-okay. I hadn't gotten